Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 1697 Deer Path here in Flower Mound, Texas. Today I have an architectural masterpiece for you guys situated off of Lake Grapevine here in Flower Mound, Texas. And as you can see behind me, this home is absolutely gorgeous. And the owner is an architect himself, so he designed the home to perfection and it was a dream home for him. So this is going to be a very big passion project, which I'm going to walk you guys through. Just to run over a little bit of the specs of the home, this home has 5 bedrooms, and as you can see, it has a 5-car garage in the front. It has 6 full bathrooms, so there are no half baths in the home. It's about 7,200 square feet, and this home is sitting on a 2-acre lot, which in this part of Flower Mound is extremely rare to have no HOA. So as we go through the home, I'm going to be pointing out some of the special features, and as you can see, it has a lot of the stucco, the brick, and of course, it's a luxurious modern home, but not only that, it has a lot of personality, which is something I really value and appreciate. And as you can see in the entrance, we have these water features that are lit up with some of the sculptures and architecture that I really appreciate and enjoy. And as you can see, as we get into the home, it will flow throughout the entire build. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. And as you can see, we have a 10-foot sliding glass door. And let's go ahead and take a look inside this masterpiece. As we step into this architectural masterpiece, you guys are probably wondering, what is this home listed at? So currently we have the home listed at $7,425,000, and my goal today is to show you exactly why that price makes sense for this home. So as we come into this area here, you can see the floating staircase behind me, and of course the water feature in which I pointed out that flows from inside of the home to outside. And again, there's gonna be a lot of symmetrical areas of the home, which I'm gonna point out that flow really nicely from inside to outside. So as we come into this area, we obviously have this beautiful light fixture above me, and we have this built-in shelf area with all of the whiskey, and then of course the lit up quartz, which makes it pop and makes it look really grand. And of course, as I mentioned, the owner designed the home to perfection, and it's a dream home. So everything in the home was thought out, it's very specific, and it's done to perfection. So, of course, we have the fireplace behind me that is lit up right now, and it makes it a very cozy feel, especially on this rainy day, which we have. I think it makes the home a lot more comfortable, makes it homey, and it makes the tour a little more special today. So of course we have another seating area here in the living room, and then behind me we have almost like a breakfast nook for the family just to chill and get together in the morning. And then that leads me into the kitchen here, in which of course we have all this built-in cabinetry. We have the core island countertops all around, and we have the sink looking out to the view of the backyard with the trees. And then we have the range here, and then we have all these built-in appliances by Miele, which again are a German brand. It's our favorite brand. And then of course, coming into this butler's pantry, we have these automatic lights that go on when you walk in. It has its own sink, and then it has its own oven, and then of course it has the drink fridge, which everybody loves. So going back this way, you have your espresso maker by Miele, and you have some more built-in cabinetry. And then I quickly want to take you guys here to the formal dining area with this beautiful light fixture above. And of course, as you can see, the kitchen, the dining table is just beautiful. And then of course you have the wine cellar here, which is built as a focal point in the home. And we like to say, the man has his area over there, the woman or the wife has her area here, and everybody's happy. It creates one big happy family, which we all love. And if you're not a wine drinker, you can put anything up here. So coming down this way, we're actually going to have our first bedroom of the home, and you can actually close off this area here with these sliding doors if you wanted to make it a little more private. But this bedroom has its own full bathroom attached to it over here, and then you have your full ensuite guest bedroom downstairs with a closet, which we are not going to show at the moment. So coming back down this way, we have another seating area that's built in. This is actually, a great area for, kids or dogs. This area is used a lot by the dog of the owner, which is a really cool feature. And then of course you have this beautiful glass window that shoots outside. And over here, we actually have the 5-car garage, which I will quickly demonstrate to you guys. So as you can see, the depth, you have the epoxy floors, you have the glass garage doors, which is very nice. And then coming down this way, a cool feature over here, of course, this is gonna be the laundry room, and then you have a dog shower, or it's for the kids if they're misbehaving and you wanna throw them in there. You actually have a little yard for your dog over here. So again, it's raining today, but as you can see, it's kind of closed off if you have a dog and you wanna keep them running in a secured area. This is a great place to do so, and of course, you have a little seating area outside too. So as we're walking out, one more thing I wanted to point out, which is just amazing, you have your own steamer. So if you have a suit or clothes that you need to dry clean, you can just throw it into here, go take a shower, come back, and it's all ready to go. And we love efficiency, especially at this level. That's something that's very important. So one more thing I wanted to point out, if you look down this hallway, you can see the line of sight is all lined up, and all of these little cracks and nooks of the home are gonna be exactly symmetrical from outside to inside. And again, that's another detail that the owner paid attention to, and it was important to him to make sure the home flows very nicely. So just something I wanted to bring to your attention, because a lot of times we tour homes, but we don't appreciate the effort and the design that the owner put into it. And as I said, this is a masterpiece that I want to be sure we cover completely. So as we come down this area, you have these floor-to-ceiling glass panels, of course, that is showcasing the courtyard in the front, the water features. And then as we come this way, we have another full bathroom. And again, it's a very nice Zen modern design, and no bathroom in this home is gonna be a half bath. It's all full baths, and that's the way the owner did it. And I really love the way they designed that. So as we come into this room, what you could call an office. So the owner designed it as a flex room, if you will. He did install some of these blackout shades to turn it into a media room, but right now you can see we have the grand piano built in, we have these beautiful shelves, and it's a very nice grand room, which I think would be perfect for an office or a theater, or anything you really want to do with it. And I love how it has all these floor-to-glass windows, and you can just see the nature, and it's a very nice Zen feeling. Again, it's a modern home, but you also have a lot of nature to it, which I always appreciate. So as we come into the master suite, I wanted to point out that having a waterfront home in Dallas-Fort Worth is extremely rare, and this home is an exception to that. So as we come in, you can see the scale and size of the master bedroom. Of course, we have the bed, we have this seating area, we have the fireplace, but most importantly, we have this incredible view of the lake and the backyard, and of course, the glass-to-ceiling sliding doors. And there's nothing better than waking up in your own bedroom and having a water view in front of you. So again, I know it's not Malibu or Miami, but still having a water view is still spectacular, and it makes this home that much more special. So as we come into this primary bathroom, you'll see this walk-in shower here on the left-hand side with the lighting up quartz, the two shower heads, and of course the his and her, or his and his, or her and her sinks. You have your vanity area as well. Of course, everything is backlit. You have your spectacular lights everywhere, and then you have your standalone tub with a TV to relax and enjoy. You have this nice stand here for your cologne, and then of course the toilet here. But as we get into the walk-in closet, this is really like a fashion show. As you walk down, you have your 3 chandeliers going all the way down, and the initial closet actually stopped right here. So the owner went ahead and extended it for more space, and that way his wife can have more clothes, and that way everybody's happier too, because I realized, the more things I get from my wife, the happier she is, and the happier I am. So I think that was a smart idea, and it adds a lot more value to the home as well. So as we keep going down this way, I want to showcase the bathroom and the master suite one more time, just to show you guys, again, all of the details in it. And we'll go ahead and start taking our way upstairs to the 2nd floor and showing you guys what that area has to offer as well. So as I come up these floating stairs, you can see behind me this beautiful chandelier, which perfectly lights up the staircase. And we are greeted with the sliding door, which leads to the balcony on the 2nd floor, overlooking the entrance and the drive-in from the gate in the front. And of course, you can see all these beautiful trees securing the property, making it a little more private and showing how secluded it really is. And just to mention, this home is surrounded by some of the most luxurious and prime communities and neighborhoods in all of Flower Mound. You have Chateau de Lac, you have The Landing, and you have Point Noble, which are all infamous neighborhoods here in Flower Mound. And of course, those price points are also in the millions, as this one is. And that's just to show that you have a lot of wealthy people around you, you have a lot of prestige, but this is the only one that is not an HOA that is gated. So as we come this way, we have our first bedroom here, and of course, you have your ensuite bathroom this way, and another walk-in closet. So just to show you, every bedroom on this floor is going to have its own walk-in bathroom and closet. You have the attic here, and then over here on this side, you have another laundry room for the kids, and then you have your control center there for the cameras and the router and things like that. So this bedroom here, you have the walk-in bathroom on this side here. You have your own walk-in closet, and then coming out this way, you have, of course, the beautiful, pretty good sized bedroom. Of course, the most important thing about this is gonna be the views of the lake, but also you have your own patio. You have incredible views of the backyard, but also of the lake. And the lake is rising a little bit now as it's raining, but I think that's really cool just to step outside in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and get some of the lake views. I think that's pretty awesome anywhere you are in America. So coming down this hallway here, you can kind of get a good idea of the scale and the size of the home. Looking over, of course, you have these beautiful glass windows with a lot of sunlight coming in. And as we come into this room here, you have your pool table, you have your entertainment space, you have a mini fridge, little bar area, and you have the beautiful chandelier actually. And this is going to be the final bedroom in this area of the home. Of course, you have your walk-in closet, you have your own ensuite bathroom here. And then of course, as the other bedroom, you have another balcony, which this one has extremely beautiful views of the lake. So as you can see, Lake Grapevine is right over there, and we'll go ahead and get a better look at that from the backyard. So let's go ahead and take a look at the backyard of the home. All right, so as we step into this pristine backyard, you can see here we have a complete outdoor kitchen built in with a quartz countertops. You have your own oven, your grill, you have the table for entertaining, you have your own TV and wood burning fireplace here. And of course, you have the heaters on top for a cold day, and you do have complete blackout shades that can shut off and enclose this area. And as we're looking over the pool here, you can see how modern it is. And of course, the tree line behind me showcasing how private and pristine this lot really is. This lot was actually purchased by the owner a few years before he bought it. And at that time, the lot was sitting on the market for a few years with nobody touching it because it was just such an odd lot with a lot of topography, and nobody thought it was buildable. And as we come down this way, you'll kind of see how much topography and levels there are to this backyard. And that's one of the cool things that the owner did with it. He got with an engineer, he surfaced it, and he made it buildable, but he also kept a lot of the uniqueness and integrity of the lot, so you can see how this lot kind of slouches down into the Corps of Engineer land. And of course, over here we have a walkway leading to another seating area below. We have a fireplace over here just for hanging out with the family. And of course, we have this walking path from the front of the home all the way to the backyard that goes all the way down into the Corps of the Engineer land. So I think that's really cool. You know, the story behind how he got it and he designed the home and he brought it to life. It's something not a lot of people thought they could do. So that's one of the cool things about it. Of course, we have another seating area here and these sliding doors that go into the primary bedroom. And then of course, as we're walking through, you can see the architecture of the home and how beautiful it really is on the outside as well. The exterior looks very nice, especially at night, and we'll put some shots of it. And of course, the main prized possession of this backyard is going to be the lake, and you'll see how much of a lake view we really have as we're coming down this way. So as we're coming down this area here, I just want to point out, as I mentioned earlier, this home is surrounded by some of the most prestige communities in Flower Mound. You know, the Chateau de Lac, the Landing, Point Noble, and a lot of those homes that have waterfront views are going to be, you know, at least $1.5 million an acre. This home is sitting on 2 acres, and of course, based on the home that it's sitting on, you really can't recreate this type of home with this view anywhere else in Dallas-Fort Worth. So when I say this home is one of a kind, it really is. As we come out here and you see the sitting area here, this is just the perfect space for you and your family to sit by the fire pit and overlook this view here of Lake Grapevine, which you cannot get anywhere else in Dallas-Fort Worth. And in my opinion, Lake Grapevine is the nicest and best lake to have in all of Dallas-Fort Worth. It's the cleanest, probably the most family-friendly. And of course, it has Grapevine and South Lake on one side and then Flower Mound on the other side. So when I say this home is one of a kind, it really is. And again, as we look back this way, you can see the walking trail to the home and just just how beautiful it is. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. That kind of wraps up the backyard, and we'll go ahead and wrap up the video. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know what you guys thought about the home down below in the comment section, and I really try to showcase this home to the best of my ability, as this home was a passion project for the owner, and he didn't just build it to make money. He built it as a forever home for him and his family, but plans change, and I hope that this home can show you what's possible in life, and of course it could be the start of the journey for somebody else. And again, the home is listed at $7,425,000. So let me know if that price is justified down below after you've seen this entire home. But again, I really appreciate the support from you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys thought, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.